Gotta say, Holmes, you look pretty goddamn freaky from this angle. Anyway, guys, Shark Hunter 21, and we are back. Sherlock Holmes for what is more than likely the final bit. So let's go ahead and get on with it, shall we? I was about to say, why didn't I add the door option? Alright, so I don't know, let's see what you solve the crime that happened in the street, investigate, talk to the witness, interrogate Leighton, and examine his belongings. Okay, well, you know, let's just go to the crime scene first, why not? That seems fine. But yeah, so, again, unfortunately, this is looking like the final case. Overall, I don't know, just so far with the game, as we come near my final thoughts, unfortunately, it hasn't been that challenging. Not as challenging as I would like, but still interesting. Good God, Austin, how much closer do you gotta get there, bub? Ooh, wait.
Locked.
I was about to say, if I could just go into random places, that'd be cool.
Locked.
Oh, balls. Oh, this one.
Locked.
Damn it. Oh, shit. Okay, well, I guess we've really got this one street. Okay. No. Just darkness here. Back here. Oh, there we go.
Please, gentlemen, leave the scene now. Oh, Mr. Holmes, is that you?
Good evening, Constable...
Constable Marrow. I was here with Inspector Aberline during the Ripper case, Mr. Holmes, back in '88. But then this is nothing like that case. With this one, we've got the murderer, the weapon, and the statements, which speak for themselves.
Of course, Marrow. But you know that appearances can sometimes be deceiving. Who were the victims?
The two men here, both shot. The stabbed fellow was Brian Vercotti, a well-known ruffian. The other, Kenneth Butler, a jeweller by trade.
Okay.
You spoke of statements. You have witnesses?
Well, I was there, so I gave my own statement. And then there were two other witnesses who said they saw the killer Chapman. Mr. Turner, a gentleman who lives in that flat over there. And Polly Powell, a flower seller, who was over at the far side of the street.
Okay.
So, Constable Marrow, I should be delighted to hear your testimony.
I was standing at the north side of Half Moon Street. That was the side that you came from.
But you would have been unable to observe this part of the street, where we are standing now.
That is correct. But I saw the two victims slowly enter Half Moon Street, and then shortly after, the fireworks started. A few minutes after that, the fellow Chapman rushed towards me and ran into Half Moon Street.
Please continue.
I didn't pay attention, but suddenly I heard a woman's cries and police whistles on the other side of Half Moon Street. I rushed over there and I saw the two dead bodies on the ground. When I reached Whitechapel Street, I saw Leighton Chapman. He'd been caught by two police constables.
Huh.
Did you hear the shots?
I didn't hear any shots. The fireworks were all over the sky. They were so loud I couldn't hear anything else.
What were the fireworks in honor of, Constable?
Well, today's Queen Victoria's birthday, Mr. Holmes.
Ah, yes, I appear to have lost track of the days. It is May now, of course. Constable Marrow, what else caught your attention while you were running through Half Moon Street?
I saw nothing but rats, and I took the time to light every corner with my lamp.
Did you happen to look up at Mr. Turner's window when you were on Half Moon Street at that time?
Yes, I saw that the window was open, but no one was there. It was dark in the room.
Huh.
Constable, Your statements have been of great value to me.
Maybe. Well, let's look at this guy then, shall we? Let's see, nothing with his feet.
He tried to stop the bleeding with his hand. Death was not instant. The bullet penetrated his stomach, a dreadful wound.
Get shot. Never fun. Hello?
A tattoo from Westgate Prison. Vicotti must have done some time there.
Alright.
Brian Vicotti suffered greatly. What a terrible way to die.
Alright, so that guy got shot. What about you there, Butler? I'm sure the thing's gonna be for this, right? Piece of wood.
A piece of wood that has stuck between the cobblestones. Let us take a closer look.
Hello?
This shard of wood is quite new.
Okay.
The bullet struck his head. This man didn't stand a chance.
Oh, hello.
This is an ordinary key. I wonder what kind of door it opens.
Don't know, but it's mine now. Okay, well, let's go check with Turner, was it? Yep.
Good evening, Mr. Turner.
I heard Constable Marrow reply to you as Mr. Holmes. Are you that detective gentleman? I've heard of you. And well, I know things about this evening.
Excellent. Might we hear your story? Could you tell us everything that you may have seen or heard?
I was already in bed when the fireworks started. A few moments after, I clearly heard 2 gunshots from outside.
Please continue.
I quickly got up and I grabbed the lamp from my nightstand and I rushed towards the window. I looked down and I saw 2 bodies. And there was a man with a gun who was standing nearby.
Where exactly?
Well, near this body.
Did he notice you?
I don't think so. He rushed towards Whitechapel Street without looking around.
Huh. Well, let's take a look at you real quick here, Mr. Turner. Let's see. Anything here on his face? No. Yeah, maybe that was something. Middle class, Balakava, war vet. Wait, hold on. Had something from. Here we go. Missing buttons, poor life. Let's see. Anything else? Huh. Damn it. It gotta be something here, obviously. Where the hell is it here, pal? Oh, here we are. Leg limping, okay.
Mr. Turner, did you see anyone else in the street?
No, I saw no one but that man, the murderer, the fellow they caught.
But how do you know it was him if you didn't look around?
Were the 2 shots you heard consecutive?
Yes, there was a very short pause between them, and they sounded different somehow. It seemed to me that the second shot was louder than the first.
That is an interesting comment. Mr. Turner, what were your actions after you stepped up to the window?
I was afraid that the man with a gun might return, so I stayed close to the window till I saw the policeman coming in the Half Moon from Whitechapel. Then I walked out to tell them everything I saw.
Alright.
You have helped us a great deal, Mr. Turner.
Okay, so... Hey, Wiggins.
Mr. Holmes, did you see my brother at Scotland Yard?
Not yet.
Is he all right?
I don't know. Maybe he's dead. He could be Wiggins, I don't know. This could be a pointless venture. Nah, I'm sure it's not. Okay, well, let's check with the lady then. Polly! Hi, Polly. What'd you see, Polly? Tell me the truth!
Miss Powell?
What do you want?
My name is Sherlock Holmes. I'm assisting the police with their investigation of the crime that took place this evening.
Well, I've already gave my testimony, but very well.
Give me the truth, damn it.
Could you tell us everything that you may have seen or heard?
Yes. I was selling my flowers as usual, and then the fireworks began, in honour of Queen Victoria. I enjoyed those. But then, all of a sudden, a young lad ran out of Half Moon Street and stopped just by me. He had a gun in his hand. He was like a ghost, and all covered in blood. It was dark, but I could see him, because of the flashes from the fireworks.
And then?
I screamed as loud as I could. I knew that a policeman should be on duty in the vicinity. He had no time to escape. 2 constables got him. Then another constable came out from the very same street, and I heard him talking of a horrible murder.
Mrs. Powell, did you hear the gunshots?
I'm not sure. You know, what with the fireworks?
Okay, well, that's not very helpful.
Did you see anyone else leaving Half Moon Street, prior to or at the time of the crime?
No, sir, I did not. Even with all the fireworks, I was very attentive, as I'm always on the lookout for customers.
My thanks to you, Mrs. Powell.
Well, that's interesting.
Locked.
I want to find out real quick if this key's going to open up anything or not. Oh, that's...
Locked.
Damn it. How far down the street can I go? I need to... It's definitely something I need to... There you go. Figure out.
Locked.
Let's see how far down here we can... Wait a minute.
This mirror is turned towards Half Moon Street.
Okay. Somewhat
Locked.
interesting, I suppose.
Locked.
Shit, it's unlocked! Alright, let me go back to the alley again once more, just make sure we didn't miss anything. I guess we'll be good as far as this goes, and then have to head back to Scotland Yard. Feels like there'd be something here, you know? That shit. Kinda looks important. So, allegedly, the real shooter was out of... No, that's not... Somehow got out of the street without being seen.
Locked.
And for some reason, Wiggins' brother has the gun.
Locked.
Very odd. Well, let's head to Scotland Yard and see what the kid has to say. Because it is obviously quite troublesome. What's that? Because we've got 3 people who were in the same vicinity, but no one actually saw it. Very, very interesting.
Mr. Holmes, whatever brings you here so late at night?
I'm interested in the case of young Leighton Chapman. He was arrested earlier this evening and accused of a double murder.
I beg your pardon? That case is quite clear to the police. Or are there any new facts that we don't know about?
Who knows, Inspector?
Look, you are free to investigate, of course, Mr. Holmes. Chapman was arrested with a revolver in his possession, which you can find in the evidence room. The suspect himself is in custody.
Did you find anything else on his person?
A few personal belongings. Nothing particular, Mr. Holmes.
Thank you, Lestrade.
Oh, I'll be a judge if they're particular or not. Thank you. Shapes of noses? Okay. Kind of an odd thing to have, but, okay. Take a look.
So this is the gun that Leighton was holding when he was caught by the police. It is a Webley revolver, a reliable weapon. It seems as though the shells were not removed from the cylinder.
So, can we look at that then? It became important. Ooh, the hammer. Nothing. No, nothing there. Oh, here we go. Oh, come on, let me look. Yeah, 2 shots.
2 out of the 6 shells have been fired. There were 2 shots.
But allegedly, one had a different sound to the other for some reason.
A cheap watch, bought with his own money, no doubt. These cigarettes are filled with cheap tobacco. Nothing interesting.
Okay. Alright, well, let's go talk with him ourselves.
Please escort this suspect for interrogation. Good evening, Mr. Chapman.
Who are you? I've got nothing to say. It's all a mistake.
Calm down, Leighton. I have come here to help you. To find out if you truly are innocent, as your younger brother Wiggins has told me.
My brother? You know him? Then that means you're...
Sherlock Holmes.
Oh, blimey. All right, Mr. Holmes. I'll tell you everything.
You better. Before you do, I'm gonna look at you. Deep scar, cause you'll fight screw up on the street. Had something there for a second. Had it, where'd it go? God damn, wait, there it is. Recent beating, resisted arrest, hot-headed. Okay. Black eye and all shit. Damn it. Okay. Scarred, out of fashion, cushy job, office clerk. Okay. Same tattoo.
Good. Tell me your account of what happened.
I left my work and I hurried up to see the fireworks in Whitechapel. I was late, so I decided to cut through Half Moon Street. I saw the first fireworks light up in the sky. I bumped into a constable on a corner before entering Half Moon. Then suddenly, what with all the firework flare, I saw 2 men. They were both lying flat in the middle of the street. I stopped where I was. I thought about turning back to the police, but as I was thinking of that, I saw a third person. He was leaning over the body that was furthest from me. The second I saw him, he raised his head and he stared at me. In a flash, I saw his gun, but he made a dash for it instead and he escaped through Whitechapel Street.
Okay.
So you might still have had time to return to the constable.
I panicked. I didn't know what to do. Anyway, I approached the bodies just to see if they were still alive. I saw that one had blood pumping out of his stomach. He was dying. It was horrible. The second one was already dead. He had a hole in his head. He was holding a gun in his hand, though. I took it, and then I followed the third man.
Okay, so that gun, obviously, that he has, or had, came from the one guy who got shot in the head, of course. There were 3.